Well, hello friends. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode 18 and it's Friday. Super happy. I'm on a rush today to get out. I gotta teach a Photoshop class today for artists. So I love Photoshop and I love teaching artists how to be better at Photoshop. So I gotta teach at the college today, Photoshop. But before I go, I want to talk about how to deal with overwhelm as an artist. A topic that I think is very familiar to all of us. How to deal with overwhelm as an artist. So that's episode number 15 of Breakfast with Sergio, and I'm super happy that you're joining me today. Well, today for breakfast, as I'm not in my regular seat where I do breakfast with Sergio. I'm actually here in the kitchen because today I make myself a shake. And what's in this shake, because I have a long day today, I need good energy, so I have oatmeal, I have almond milk, organic almond milk, I have honey, I have chia seeds, I have spirulina, I have also mixed nuts, and I think that's it. And maybe a couple other things that I don't remember. I just kind of went into my drawers and put stuff in it. So that's what's breakfast today. There we go. It looks green. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And that's what's breakfast for today. But my friends, I want to talk about how to deal with overwhelm as an artist really quickly before I drink that thing and before I get out the door. Because it happens to all of us. Now, before I talk about that in a minute, I just want to also share an email that I got just the other day. Just took a couple days ago. An artist sent me an email that says, Sergio, and I'm reading it right here. It says, Sergio, I just want to let you know that I applied your 7 points to a killer proposal and landed my first show in 6 months' time. Thank you. That's an awesome, email, and those emails makes me super, super excited, super happy, because that means one person took action on something and got results, and that's what's all about, my friends. If you haven't taken my 7 steps to a winning exhibition proposal, it's a free webinar that I do every week. Is live. I welcome you by name, and it's awesome. We have a great time, full of energy, and I give you 7 steps that you can use to create a winner exhibition proposal. If you want to take that webinar, if you haven't taken it before, just go to my website at www.theartist.com, and you will see in the homepage a button on how to sign up for the next webinar on how to create a winner exhibition proposal. So my friends, how to deal with overwhelm as an artist? Well, it's all about focus. That's really what I think it is. This is a typical morning, and probably it's the same for you. You wake up, you start your day, you check your email, and some of the emails that start coming in is 7 steps to be a successful artist. 3 things you haven't done as an artist, 5 things that you need to follow up today as an artist, and then you said, okay, a lot of things I need to do as an artist. Then you go to Facebook, and you're checking what your friends are posting, and your friends are sharing, 5 things that artists need to do today to be more successful, or 3 things that you have to do this and that, and so on. Then you say, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go to YouTube. You watch YouTube, and the first 3 roll ads that come in are 5 things that you must do to do this, or 5 things and 3 things, and all of a sudden it's like this bombardment of things that we feel that we have to do as artists, that it could be really, really, really crazy overwhelmed. So that happens to you, that happens to me. And then to top it off, you start your morning, you put your social media, and then you find Breakfast with Sergio telling you all the things that you need to do as artists, right? So that just makes things crazy. So how to deal with overwhelm? Well, it happens to all of us. I deal with that as well. And the thing that you have to do, I think, is you gotta have focus. Just like this email that I read a minute ago, right? Of this person who said, I applied your 7 points of the killer proposal and I had my first solo show within 6 months. That's a person who had, maybe out of all the things that he could have done, he picked one. And he picked that one that was important for him, and he put his effort, his time to build that proposal, to get it done, to do the research, to do all the 7 steps that I recommend, sending it out, and that was his focus for that season until he got results. And I think, my friends, if you want to avoid overwhelm, in your art career, with all the things that we have to do as an artist, you have to have focus. If you don't have focus, you don't have a filter. Focus is the filter that will help you stay on track, to avoid overwhelm. Because there's a lot of content that comes our way every single day. I mean, content is everywhere. Content just drains on us by the minute. You know, and you know this very, very well as well, from your own experience, I'm sure. Content just comes all the time. So to avoid overwhelm, you have to have focus. Now, how do you do this? For example, do you stop consuming content? No, you can't. You cannot avoid content coming in. And there's a lot of really great content, but focus helps you to decide, is this something that I need to take care of right now? Or that's something that maybe I need to do later. So you got to think about, you know, how focus will help you kind of filter the content that you receive every day and see what things are for you right now and what things may be good for later, for the future. For example, what I do is when I'm reading at my emails and I look at things that are coming in the email, maybe this, right now I'm preparing for a show that's happening overseas, right? So that's my focus right now for the next month, is preparing for the show, having everything ready. But I might find a piece of content that came through email that is really good, right? Something about following up and marketing that I need to also take care of. But it's not for the moment, it's not for now. So I make a note. Remember that episode where I talk about my notepad, my green notepad, which I think is here somewhere? And you know, I make a note, episode 25 of podcast, whatever, it's about this. So when I'm ready for that, you know, then I can really easily find that content that I thought it was very useful, but it's not for me at the moment. And that's how you can avoid, you know, information overwhelm that we artists all go through, because we are bombarded with all these things that everybody says that we should be doing as artists, including myself, telling you here in Breakfast with Sergio. So, you know, if you find an episode of Breakfast with Sergio that is great, but it's not for you at the moment, just make a note. You know, put a note in your phone or on a sticky note somewhere. Say, episode number 16 of Breakfast with Sergio was good for next time whenever I gonna be working on this thing. And that's how you can avoid overwhelm, and you don't have to feel that you have to do everything at the same time. You focus, pick the one or two things that you need to focus on today, right now, this week, and work on that, get that done, and then you have little notes that will help you. Okay, what's the next thing I need to work on? Maybe my next thing is on rebuilding my artist website. Well, there are these 3 podcast episodes and maybe these 3 emails that I saw that are about this. So you already have the content, the ammunition to get better at that before you get started with your website. And that's, my friend, how you don't feel like you have to do all these things that are coming your way every minute of the day, through Facebook, to Twitter, through email, to YouTube, through everything else that's chasing us around. And you feel you have a sense of direction, and you can consume the content that you are receiving, but then in a manner that is going to help you out, versus making you feel overwhelmed or making you feel like there's just too much to do and I don't have the time. You know, it's just hard to keep up as an artist with everything that we got to do. So that's the word for today, my friends. Hope this helps you not to feel overwhelmed. It's the weekend, it's Friday. Hope you enjoy this amazing weekend. It's beautiful outside here, and I'm hoping to have a great weekend as well. So I'm gonna get out the door. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love that you send to Breakfast with Sergio through Twitter, through Instagram, through Facebook, through YouTube, through iTunes, Google Play, and wherever you consume this particular content. I really, really thank you for your attention. I hope this has been useful for your career. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the notes you send on a weekly basis on how this is helping your art career. And again, it's not my intention to make you feel overwhelmed. Don't feel overwhelmed with the content that I send you. Put the things that you need to apply right now, put those into practice. Everything else, you know, make just notes of that information, so when you're ready for that, you have it in your fingertips. That's all I want to say. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing weekend.